Hello everybody, it is Melissa from stampwithmelissa.com here. I'm so excited to be coming to you. If you are watching this as it premieres, it is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022, and this video is actually premiering at 7 p.m. Central Time. Why? Because that's the time I normally go live. This week, actually today, is my niece's 7th birthday, so I'm out to dinner, and I hope you guys enjoy this video instead of my live, but I will catch you live again next week on April 19th. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to make a super fun card today that's actually inspired by my upline's upline, Kristen Bryant. So another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She is awesome, and she just showed this technique last week at her team meeting, and I thought it was so brilliant. This card layout is so clever. So we are going to use the Flowering Tulips bundle here. We're going to use lots of these dies and a couple of the sentiments. And actually, I didn't grab it over here, but we are also going to be using the tulip fields. Now, this is a bundle as well, but today we're just going to use that fun little like border stamp, this long border stamp here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So let me grab my supplies. And so this card uses one piece of designer series paper. This is the Flowering Fields paper that is 4 inches by 12 inches, okay? And I am going to pull in my trimmer so we can do some scoring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna open up this ruler so that we can get the extension here. And I'm going to score this at 1 inch. There we go, I had to get my fingers out of the way. Now remember, with designer series paper, you don't want to push too hard when you score because it could rip the paper. So we scored at 1 inch and 6.5 inches. Okay, so let's get this guy out of the way. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and fold this and burnish it with the bone folder. This is a fun card because it shows both sides of this designer series paper, which is always so cool. I love it when cards do that. Okay, we've got that. Then I'm gonna bring in a little piece here of Evening Evergreen. That's one of the colors in the designer series paper, okay? So I'm gonna run some seal right down the middle here and then grab this guy and we're going to add him. Now, luckily the pattern I chose actually has grids right on it, so it makes it nice and easy to line that guy up. And then I'll add some more seal here. And then we're going to just fold this back on itself, okay? So this is the front of the card then, and then when you open it, you can see that that pattern is on the inside. Super fun, so cool. I just love this, and it's a great way because it's only 4 inches. You can actually get 3 of these cards out of one sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. Okay, so let's actually go ahead. We're gonna add some ribbon here. And this is the Evening Evergreen Window Pane Checker, something like that. It's some long name like that. I'm just gonna add some here and cut off. These are not my ribbon scissors, so they need a little bit of extra effort. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna line this up and I'm just gonna tie a knot just to add a little bit of extra interest to our card front here. Come on, there we go. And we're almost there. There we go, just like that. All right, let's bring those snips back in, and I'm just gonna cut off some of that excess tail there. And then let's go ahead and do some stamping. So I'm going to bring in, you guys know I love my messy scrap paper because I like to just keep using it until it can't be used anymore. So we've got this guy. I'm gonna bring in a piece of basic white cardstock, which measures 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches. And then I've got that border stamp that we were talking about and the Evening Evergreen ink pad. We'll open that guy up and I will ink up this entire stamp, and we will go ahead and just trying to get my head over that a little bit, stamp it down. Then I'm going to ink it up again, stamp it off once and go right under it, but just kind of like hover the stamp so it's offset a little bit. Look at how cool that effect is, you guys. All right, and the reason I wanted to stamp it off completely is because when I did the first round, it actually, where it didn't stamp on the cardstock, it kept that ink on the stamp. So if I had stamped it down, we would have had like a weird line in it. And so that's why I wanted to just stamp another completely additional row of that stamp. All right, we've got Calypso Coral here and our sentiment that says, "No one deserves a happier birthday than you." How sweet is that? We will stamp that right there, right in the middle of our card. And then we'll go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's go ahead and add some seal to the back of our basic white piece and get that on the inside of our card here. Whoops, don't stick down before I'm ready. All right, look at how cool this is, you guys. I absolutely love that. All right, of course, we're not done. I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 and my adhesive mat. And then I also did some die cutting. So we are going to use some of those tulips from the bundle. So I've got these guys here. And now these are really fun to work with. And liquid glue is your friend, or glue dots. Both are great options for these, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to actually grab this Calypso coral piece, and on the back side, I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. Grab my petal pink, which is the center, and just kind of put that behind, okay? Just where it clips in there. Then I will take some more liquid glue. Come on, there we go. Add that. And then we will get this guy inside our Poppy Parade piece. Okay, and then use a little bit of liquid glue on the inside of this Poppy Parade and close it. Look at how cool that tulip looks, you guys. Isn't that so fun? All right, we're gonna do one more, so our card has 2. So I've got this piece of Poppy Parade here. Fold that in, it's upside down, but it's okay. So we'll fold that in, and then again, I've got those same 2 pieces of the Calypso coral and the petal pink. So I'll just add a little bit of that adhesive there. Grab this guy and put that behind them. Then grab more liquid glue here. And sorry if you guys can hear some noises. My niece and nephew are here right now, and they are running around upstairs, and so it actually like makes a loud thumping noise because I'm in the basement. And so sometimes you might be able to hear that, so I do apologize if you can. When Auntie says, be quiet, I'm filming, they know not to come in and talk, but they don't realize that you can still hear them running around, which is totally okay. All right, so we've got that tulip too. I could have maybe scooted it down a little bit farther, but I didn't, and that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead then. I am going to use my seal now. And I'm just using my silicone craft mat in case I got adhesive anywhere, because this repels adhesive, which is really super nice. And we're going to use these little stems that I die cut out in Pear Pizzazz. I'm just attaching those to the seal, and then I've got the other one here. Okay, and then I'm going to pick this guy up. And I did not want to fiddle with putting glue on that tiny little stem, so I didn't. But you totally could, and I'm just going to lay these tulips down here. Then I have some of those little leaves, and we'll just go ahead and add those to the card as well. And here's the other one. Oh, you know what? I probably wanted that way, right? It's okay. This is why we're using that adhesive craft mat. Or the silicone craft mat. Okay, just like that. So then what I can do is I'll pick it up. You can see there's that adhesive, right? But it doesn't stick. Where if I had stuck it there, it would get real messy. I'm going to bring in my little trash can here and just snip off the edge of these flowers. Whoa, they're flying all over the place. Okay, come on. Here's that piece. Just decided to go wherever it wanted. We'll remove that craft mat there. And then I'm going to pull in the sentiment that says, love you so much. I just thought that was so sweet. Let me close my glue. And we are going to stamp that in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Now, Evening Evergreen ink would look really nice too, because it is that color in the Designer Series paper, and it's actually the color of that cardstock strip. So that would look nice too, but that's okay, not today. All right, let's add some seal to the back of this, and then I'm going to mount it on a petal pink layer that is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. So just a small little margin there, but I love it. And then we will add some seal to the back of that guy and bring it here to add to our card front. Look at how absolutely gorgeous that card is. I love it. I hope you guys give this card a try. Again, I'm sorry I'm not live tonight, but I hope this is sufficient. It is such a fun card to make. I absolutely love the idea because you do get to see both sides of that designer series paper. I know it's always hard for me to pick which side to cover because there's so many patterns that I love both sides so much and they both work so well. So here's a fun one to use up some of that DSP that you have. All right, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you live again next week on April 19th. Bye for now.